Can anyone see me? Can you hear me? I don't know what I'm doing. I need some help. Bless you. So you can see it on YouTube? I'm like really confused. Y'all gotta work with me because this is my first time doing anything like this. And then I have this one who is tripping on me. And then another one that's tripping on me. And the dog is tripping on me. Like nobody is trying to cooperate. Oh. Hold on. Let me take my AirPod out so y'all can see me. So I don't know if this is showing on you. It's showing on YouTube. Hold on. Hold on. I don't know. Hold on. Let me fix it for. Let me fix the. You take your Legos in my room, please? Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, perfect. He's an assistant producer. Ciao. No, she's really the assistant producer. She would not let me put her down, and I just tried to feed her so she could calm down. Let me take the dog out. I know it's 12:21 and we were supposed to start 21 minutes ago. But... Not too long. You want to go outside with me? Yeah. Okay, not right now. Go to my room, okay? Why can't you? You're just so mad. Okay. Come on. Can y'all please I guess put it out that we're actually live right now, and I won't be wasting any more of y'all's time. Actually, let me y'all give me a second because my kid is gonna act a fool. He's gonna act a fool if I don't let him go outside real quick. Huh, Mimi will entertain you. Give me this. Give me this. Hmm. Sorry, y'all. She thinks she can just do whatever she want to do. Can y'all still see me? In a year, she'll have 40K followers. I wish, but I gotta get. I'm not a very technical person, so anything that has to do with computers or anything like that, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I might as well have been born in 1887 than 1987 because I really don't know computers. I can shop online. I can look up recipes. That's really the most I can do. Where your shoes at, Steve? Right there. Look, look, look. Yeah, right there. He thinks he got to go outside every time the dog go outside. Anyways, how many people do I have in the room? I just see ML and Hebrew Jake. Thank y'all for coming. Let me tweet out and say that I got it together and we live. Okay, hold on, baby. Come on. You doing good for your first live. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm struggling. And then I have like my two biggest haters, like they don't wanna they they don't wanna see me win. Mimi, you're not going about it. You're not. Come on, B. Okay. Will you come back inside? Okay, I'll be there. What are you yelling about? Okay, I see how. Hey, Kid Gravity. I'm gonna wait until I have at least 10 people in the room. And if I don't have 10 people in the room by 12:35, I'll just make my announcement anyway. I don't want to have to like repeat myself. But I'm so happy y'all came. I'm on my laptop. I was trying to do it on my phone, could not figure that out. Couldn't figure out how to turn on my ring light. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it together. This is the first one. I think Mimi lost my other AirPod, so now I got it. Oh, I see it. Can y'all hear me okay? Like, do I need, I have like a little um microphone. Do I need to put on the microphone? Mimi, I said, get out of that cage. Get out of the cage. No, get out of the cage. Yesterday, I'm cooking. Can't find her. I'm like, Theme, where's Mimi? He's like, I don't know. I look and she's in the dog cage, giving him a Theme's toy to chew on. Like, let me show you what she did, what the dog did to the spider. Look at Spider-Man. Athene, this is probably like Athene's oldest toy. He's had this toy for like 2 years, and look at it. Ooh. Yeah, Mimi is definitely the troublemaker. You need to change your diaper, little girl. She is covered in dog hair because she wanted to get in that cage, and now I'm covered in dog hair. Give me like a brief intermission so I could take this out off of her. Okay, y'all. Walaikum salam, Jason. So, yeah, my thing is that like whenever anybody sees me doing something, they got to get up and do stuff too. So it seemed see me getting up, so he feels like now he got to get up and do something, and now she has to be a part of it because she can't be left out. Because I'm the same. I'm the same way. Like I don't like being left out. I don't like feeling isolated. So that's what we're working with today. But I wanted to go live today at 12. I wanted to go live yesterday at 12 because like we can do this every day. We can go live every day at the same time and we can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. This is my first time ever using StreamYard. And hey Vince, this is my first time ever using StreamYard. And so I'm just trying to get like used to it. I see I can like present. So like we can talk about what's going on in the news. We can talk about other people. We can do anything because I mean the only thing that's gonna like stay in the get between us being able to be productive is the kids. But it's okay. They'll be fine. Zane, I only have two people in here. We've been live for almost 18 minutes. I'm sorry, y'all. Why y'all trying me? Like I really tried to get it right. Like I said, I'm not technically savvy. I don't know how to do any of these things. Why are you patting me on the back? What's going on in Atlanta? Not a damn thing. I mean, I live in Atlanta, and I live in the hood, but like people make it seem like it's a lot different than it is. My streets are quiet. I have like somebody building a house next door, and that's like the noisiest thing we have. We got a house full of kids across the street. That's why my son is always trying to go outside and play with them, but they're in school right now. I don't know why he was so eager to go outside. Let me check on him. Him and the dog just sitting on the stoop looking like looking sad. But yeah, nothing's going on in Atlanta. Oh, I don't even hear the music, honestly. I turned it on so y'all could have something to listen to while I try to get myself together, but I don't even hear it. Hmm, sorry, y'all. Maybe I should change it. Maybe that was a little too upbeat too. I really can't hear it. Um, but anyways, thank you all for coming. The announcement that I have to make is that I finished my book. So I know people hear me like say my stories and like the things that I've been through, and they always say like you need to write a book, you need to write a book. And I know Tamora has been saying it for like 2 years now. But your vaccine? Yeah. Where's Zeke? Zeke ran away? Okay, close the door. Okay, close the door. Thank you. But yeah, I finished my book. It's a three-part series. Um, and I actually made a website for it, but I haven't posted anything yet. But I just want to be able to keep people in the loop. Right now, I'm trying to figure out how I want to get it published. I was thinking about Amazon KDP, but I'm still trying to weigh my options. I'm looking through BookBaby as well, just to see, who's going to give me like um, the best like royalty split, and But like I said, now that I know how to get on StreamYard and go live, we can do this every single day at the same time. If you want to talk about current events, we can do that. If you want to talk about anything else, we can do that. Um, when I was so we just got finished doing Ramadan, and whoop, we just got finished doing Ramadan, and during Ramadan, I was trying to figure out like well, of course, like every Ramadan, I always pray for abundance. I always pray for prosperity. You know, the usual things that people want during that time, during the time of fasting. And this year, I really wanted to focus on. I have to put the full link. Shoot. Hold on. Um, that's weird. I haven't had to do that before. Is this better? But yeah, so I really was praying for forgiveness, but I really wanted to forgive myself, because of all the things that I have, like the things that I've gone through, the things that I've allowed myself to be, subjected to. And I wanted to talk about like my former life as Summer, and that was when I was stripping in Miami. And I don't, of course, it's something that like I don't talk about mainly because like it's like you feel like you've healed from something, and then you don't want to keep like rehashing it. But like sometimes like things just keep coming up. It keeps coming up. You know what I mean? And you realize like you're still hurt by certain things that you've been through. And even though like my life is a lot different now, and I had to do a lot of unlearning and become a person completely different than that person. Um, it's still like I'm still a work in progress, and I will never feel like I'm perfect, or um, I'm so far removed from the past that like it won't revisit me. So I feel like it's cathartic to be able to like write it down and share more of myself with people. Yes, we are all works in progress. Yes, absolutely. But I feel like it's aiding me in my healing to talk about it and to share it, because maybe I can help somebody else, or I can inspire somebody else to like get out of a bad situation, or start giving more to themselves. So that's really just what I wanted to talk about today. Um, if anybody else wants to talk about something, we can talk about that too. If anybody has any questions. But like I said, like the book, I want I wanted to try to do it um, in a series because it's like a lot to talk about, and I wanted to be able to do it in a way that people would actually read it and it wouldn't be boring. You know what I mean? Because like a lot of people just don't read, and even though like we're people that read, obviously, I didn't want to make it like so daunting because I really wanted to get my story out. So I wrote it in a three part. I haven't finished all three parts. I'm writing the second part now, but I'm in the editing phase of the first part, and just trying to figure out like how I'm gonna publish it. Um, like I said, I want to be able to like keep as much of my royalties as possible. I don't want to have to sell my book to Amazon in order to get it like you know out to the public. But that's where I'm at. But like I said, we can go live every day if y'all want to. We can go live tomorrow. I haven't really been on Twitter today, so I don't know like what people are talking about. Um, or what the news is for the day. I see you got it figured out. Yes, I finally got it figured out, and you missed my announcements. But I guess I'll just, I mean, if I'll keep the stream up for a while because it took me so long to get it up. We're gonna keep it up, okay? We're gonna keep it up. We're gonna keep talking, and we can talk for as long as y'all want to. Cause I see him outside, and She ain't going to sleep no time soon. Hi, Cherise. Yeah, y'all. I'm glad y'all came. But yeah, we're just here. I was announcing to everyone that I finished the first part of my three-part book. Yeah, you missed it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about now. I finished my book, but not the whole book. I'm doing a three-part series. The series is called Summer's Mine, and I got it from the Jeezy song when he's like, "Summer's mine, winter's too." Oh, thank you. But the first part is called Summer Got Tricked. So I wanted to, let you all know. I'm looking forward to reading your book. Do you think you'll be in Atlanta for Vince? Do you know I went to Alabama A&M? Yes, I was a diva at Alabama A&M. Um, my uncle was actually the mayor of Triana, and he was responsible for the computer science program at Alabama A&M. Clyde Foster. I'm sure if you're from Huntsville, you probably heard of Clyde Foster. But yeah, my family's from Birmingham, by way of Montgomery. I'm always in Alabama. Before I got married, I was in Huntsville like every weekend, hanging out with my friends from A&M. But yeah, thank you for looking forward to reading my book. But it's the first part is just like really talking about like um, how I got to Miami, how I started stripping, um, the things that led up to that, and the what I mean. The second book is gonna lend more into like I used to work at Redstone when I was still in the military. Yeah, everybody in Huntsville with a degree works at Redstone. Yeah, you told me on Twitter I have family that finished at A&M. My family's from Birmingham and Bessemer. My cousin actually is about to graduate from Hueytown High School, which is like right outside of Bessemer. Casey, close the door. Are you done? Yeah. Okay. I want to in the house. Well, call his name. Go outside and call his name and see if he'll come home. Close the door. Thank you. Our dog just be running away. Peace from Indianapolis. I love Naptown. Hey, close the door all the way. Um, but yeah, um, I was telling people in the room before, I guess more people started coming in, that Ramadan really led me to write the book, because before I feel like I was like running away from it. Like, I went through so many traumatic events back to back to back that it was kind of like I needed to block it out. And that only works for so long. Like, when you're not fully healed from something, it just keeps coming up and coming up. And even if I am, fully healed from my past, it's like it's gonna keep coming up. Sometimes like something will trigger it, and then I'll be sad again. You know what I mean? And it's not like I'm sad about the things that happened to me. I'm sad about how I responded to it. You know what I mean? Hmm? Oh, you got Zeke. Okay, put him in his cage. Good job, Zeke. We got a runaway dog. Every time his dog go outside, he be wandering away. And Seem got him to come back in the house. So I'm shocked. Everyone has a story and a potential Netflix deal in them. Shoot. The story I have to tell is definitely worthy. You want a waffle? Okay, I'll make you a waffle. Can you go wash your hands? Take your shoes off first and then wash your hands. Take your shoes off first. Thank you. And then wash your hands. Let me get you some water too since you've been outside. Hold on one second. Zeke. Go wash your hands, Sam. Okay. What are you doing? Okay. You're literally the first time I ever heard this. That's what's up. I'm looking forward to the book as well. Thank you. Yeah, I love Naptown. I've been all over this country. But yeah, so where did I leave off? I don't remember. But like I said before, we can go live every day if y'all want to. At the same time, we can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. I was thinking about doing something like later at night, but during the day is fine as well. I mean, whenever, like, I guess you all, the audience, have time, because I'm at home with my children all day. But yeah, I was talking earlier about how writing the book has become like very cathartic, and I feel like I'm starting over in like my healing process, because like things come up and you're triggered again. And like I said, mostly I'm like really trying to forgive the parts of me that reacted poorly to my circumstances, instead of putting myself first or being more logical and not thinking emotionally. Zeke, why are you just walking around? Sit. This little girl love her dog. They just that's why she was in the cage with him. Like, you want to be in the cage? And he's scared of her. He's so afraid of being around her. Anybody got anything to say? Any questions? Multiple people injured in active shooter situation on West Peachtree Street in Atlanta. Y'all know how I feel about all this stuff. I don't believe any of it. I feel like it's all orchestrated by the state. West Peachtree Street between 12th and 13th. I know there's a condominium right there. Multiple people were injured, no suspect in custody. Hmm. I don't know what to say about that. Y'all got anything to say? Jamie Foxx still in the hospital. What y'all think happened? He said they was trying to kill him. I don't know. What y'all think? Yes. Okay. Wash your hands. Did you wash your hands? Every time I ask him Steve if he's done something, he say almost. Almost. Sir, just do it. Yeah, he's still in the hospital. It's been 3 weeks. Yeah, I think it's strange. I really wonder what happened to him. It's sad. They're not saying anything, so it might be. Yeah, something's not right with that situation. Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. Vince, me and you, we see each other because that's the same thing I was thinking. Either that or he made somebody really upset. Because how does somebody that is like, you know, seemingly very healthy, he looks very healthy. I just saw him in a movie not too long ago. He looked very healthy. Have y'all heard about these girls in Atlanta who have been like taking boots off of people's cars for them for less than what the boot people put the boot on for? That is so funny to me. That is so funny. Biden ancestors own enslaved people. Duh. Duh. And they keep saying it's progressively getting worse. That is what really. I don't want to jump to no conclusions, but it's something that smells very fishy. Here's your water, Sam. It's right here. In your bottle. Can you see what your sister is doing? Can you see if she's trying to throw stuff in the cage? Thank you, baby. No. Mimi is such a menace. No. She reminds me of my sister. My little sister was hell, and she still is. What you want to talk about? No. Would y'all watch? Would y'all watch a show if I went live every single day at the same time? If it was more structured, maybe if we had a topic or something to say, would y'all show up? I mean, at the most, I think I've had like 7 people in the room, which is fantastic for my first time going live. I think if 7 people in the world want to hear anything that I have to say, that's amazing. Looks like that war in Eastern Europe going to turn up. Congress sending 300 billion to you. You know what? Like, the thing that bothers me most about what's going on right now is that everyone is looking at us and has something to say about our reparations claim, but they have nothing to say about anything else that's going on. Yes, I show up, but I'm on lunch Midwest time. Okay, so like between 11 and 12 or 12 and 1. Absolutely. I came here from Twitter, so I know you have some prolific things to say. Oh, absolutely. Thank you. But yeah, the thing that's really bothering me right now is that like when Black Americans want redress for the things that have happened to us and our ancestors and the things that are continue to keep happening, we're supposed to just shut up about it and take it. Yeah, it's rooted to everything else. Like, I mean, and the problem, the biggest problem that I have is that everyone is using our struggles for their own benefit. Like, who are the dreamers? The dreamers? And I'm 35 years old. Like, in literally like the past 15 years of my life, I've been not I wouldn't say 15 years. I'd say for like 10 years, I was living in like a selfish bubble, and I wasn't even caring about anything else that was going on. Maybe the last 5 or 6 years, I've been like a lot more cognizant of what's going on in the world and how it affects me. But in that time, like my biggest thing was like, why aren't people paying any attention to this? Like, you see people like these dreamers, they're coming over here, they're getting free college, they're getting free welfare, they're getting everything. But our people, we're still trying to like get out of poverty. It's cool for others to ride the coattails of Black people, just like the Asians got a bill passed on the backs of us, right? And they got the bill passed based on fake data. Like, they got the bill passed based on hate incidents, not even hate crimes. Hate crimes that have been consistently going up every year for Black people, but as soon as somebody tells an Asian person that they're that they have the Wuhan flu, or they did, something silly like that has nothing to do with, their economic standing in this country, we're supposed to just, be the face of knocking their heads in or something crazy. You know what I mean? Like, we have nothing to do with that. Like, Black people have been trying to be left alone for the past 400 years, and we are still at the bottom. We're still at the top of, prison exonerations. We're still at the top of hate crimes. We're still at the top of homelessness. Like, all of these things that we're trying to battle, we don't have time to be playing with y'all. We don't care. We don't care. We're the foundation for all of the world's success. Our growth and development is the death knell to everyone and everything else. Facts. And that's why I completely believe in separation. Like, and it's not even just like separating economically. I mean, it's still going to be, this is like a long game. Like, what we're doing today is really going to affect people 100 years from now, because people like to try to drop in the comments and say stupid stuff like, well, what are y'all doing? What are you doing in real life? You just want to come online and complain. You think that this is going to be like an overnight success. That's not what's happening right now. We are trying to set up our grandchildren's future. This isn't about what's going to happen tomorrow. I mean, the advocacy that we're doing today is building upon what's going to happen tomorrow. But I mean, it won't happen overnight. And like I said, I'm all for separation. Like, we have to get out of their system. We have to get out of their mess, because everything they do is just pulling us in and making us a part of, their agenda and the things that they want to accomplish. And it's just not fair. Like, even like connecting everything woke to Black people, even if they're talking about LGBT issues or immigration issues and things like that, they ain't got nothing to do with us. Leave us alone. You read my mind. We dealing with these other races is like mixing water and electricity. We have a different past. We have a very, very different present. And the biggest problem that we have is other people getting all up in our business. They need to leave us alone. In this struggle, family will be those you can build and bond with, those who understand the struggle and sacrifice. I always go back to what in the Malcolm X movie, when, how he was with like the sisters in the nation as opposed to like the prostitutes on the street. Those aren't our people. I can't protect them. If you're not with my ideology, if we're not on the same path, if we're not thinking the same, you're not my people. And that's why, like, the other day, somebody said something like, this so called Moor, he was fake. He was a fake Moor because he was talking about black people in America calling us niggas, dumbass niggas. First of all, I would never say that about my people. I'm not calling my people dumb. I'm not calling my people niggas. I'm not doing none of that because how that is not constructive. I'm going to speak life into my people. And then he's talking about Africans and calling them our brothers and sisters. First of all, they're our cousins. They're like second cousins. They're like the cousins that I have from my great great granddaddy. His daddy, his mama had a whole bunch of children with another man because they were enslaved and she was a breeder. Those people, that family that was created, those are my cousins. That's how I feel about Africans. Like I don't know who y'all are. Like y'all could probably walk past me on the street. We not brothers and sisters. The American dream is built off our Holocaust facts because there would be no America. It kills me when people say stuff like slavery didn't build America. America was built by immigrants. If it was built by immigrants, it would have never been built by immigrants because none of y'all have the heart to come and build anything. Y'all came after y'all already saw everything was already, the country was built, the Constitution was already written, cotton was already king, industry was already in the north. Y'all came because y'all could benefit from that. Y'all didn't come here and try to feed yourselves off the land for the first time. Y'all came here looking for jobs. We were the ones that were here to create all of those jobs that y'all got paid from because we didn't get paid at all. A lot of the people in the older generation, I believe, are starting to realize and are saying that integration might have been the worst. The thing about integration that was bad is that we took money from our own communities and put it in their communities. Like that was like the biggest trap. But a lot of black people back then, they weren't for integration. They were fine with separate but equal. The problem was things weren't equal. Things were separate, but they weren't equal. That was the problem. Like they wanted, equal facilities, equal education, things like that. They didn't really care about having to be with the white folks in order for that equality to start. But you notice that as soon as we all came together, the country stopped focusing on education. Like our schools are trash right now. Why is she crying? I told you. You should have put it in there. Okay. Okay, Mama. All right. Sorry, y'all. But yeah, like I said, I'm all for separating because we have to stop putting money in their pockets. That's where it starts. As soon as we start taking our money away and we start changing our culture, they can't mess with us. The government brought them European peasants over here because they saw too many of us with the skilled labor and to finish taking. I talk about this all the time. I bought a house and had it renovated. Well, I bought the house renovated from someone that I knew. And he hired illegals to renovate the house. They did the worst work. Like in about 5 years, I'm gonna either have to like gut it again and redo it, or just tear it down. Like I would never hire any of them to do any work, any serious work for me, because they have no clue what they're doing. And we come from a tradition of people who were like master craftsmen, like and look where we are now. Yes. Okay, baby, I'll make you a waffle. Sorry, y'all. Let me and now I got dog hair all over me again. Like here in Indy, we have a thriving black culture back in the day on the avenue with music stores, shops, but it was all shut down. A lot of money flowing black. Exactly. It doesn't stay in your area. And even like now, like I live in an area that was predominantly black, you know, for over a century. And now it's like it's being gentrified. It's being gentrified. In 5 years, it probably won't be no black people over here that were here, from the beginning. Asim only eats rice and waffles. I've been trying to figure out how to get him out of this, but like I just give him his vitamins and he gets like this milk that has like nutrients and stuff in it. But I'm having like the hardest time getting him to eat anything else. And I just got them on this Zeolite detox. It's supposed to like help with like tantrums and things like that. As soon as I started giving that to him, he stopped having tantrums. All of what we see today, immigration, federal giveaways, wars, are all purposeful and planned. The separation will happen. Just be prepared. Yeah, and like honestly, like we would be in a better position right now if we did it ourselves. But when the separation comes and it's forced, a lot of people are going to suffer. My great grandfather built the add-on to his house in Bessemer. My granddaddy, he been building, and the house that he lives in belonged to his aunt. My granddaddy is 82 years old. He just turned 82. That house belonged to his aunt. And he's been building on that house ever since he moved back to Birmingham from Chicago in 1965, I think. They've been building on that house ever since then. He bought the house next door. He completely renovated himself, him and his friend. Like, we have to get back to being able to do things like that for ourselves. Like, even like getting into trades, knowing how to do, plumbing and things like that. Because there's no reason why these people are coming over here getting paid to do shoddy work. Like, yeah. I mean, I don't care about these trolls. Like we know who we are. We don't go to their spaces and troll them because we don't care about them. But you see how illustrious we are. You see how grand we are that people come to our spaces to try to troll us and tell us, I don't like your people. I don't like your people. We don't care. I don't care. Meet them. Give me this. Let's see. Why did you let your sister spill water all over the floor? Yeah, she spilled your whole water bottle on the floor. I know. It's like a moth attracted to the light. Of course, if you weren't us, wouldn't you want to be around us too? Like, I've never wanted to be around another group of people. Like, I'm from Atlanta. Like, I've never had to even be around other groups of people. I've always been around black people. The first time that I wasn't was when I went to the University of Kentucky, and they were all surprised because they had never met a black person that talked like me, that was like me, because They were so used to being around scared Negroes. I know who I am. Y'all not. You don't intimidate me. These people are the devils the Bible speaks of. Of course. All they do is steal, rape, pillage, lie. You want some grapes? I'll give you some grapes, but you can't pull them out the trash can. Mimi loves pulling stuff out the trash can. You want some grapes, Mimi? I'll get you some. I'll cut them up for you, but you can't get them out the trash can, Mom. We're not doing that. See? Bless you. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. The devil has a time limit. They know it's about it. It's been about 6,000 years. They're done. They're done. They're done. They know it. We know it. And the worst thing for us to be doing is to still be trying to lay up with them and be a part of their universities and whatever they got going on. That's the worst thing for us right now. Mimi. Mimi. Of course, she gonna dig all in his plate, try to eat his food. Crazy. Steal, kill, lie. When that fails, do it again with a bigger weapon. Yeah. We're at an economic disadvantage, and we're at a defensive disadvantage right now. But I don't think that's gonna last because we're the people that created this place. We can destroy it just as quick. Are you Muslim? Yes, I'm Muslim, and if so, for how long? I did my Shahada in 2018, January 2018. I'm not the best Muslim, but I am striving to, to be the best that I can be. I don't know any Arabic. I still don't even pray in Arabic. My plan for this Ramadan was to learn some Arabic duas, at least learn the Al-Fatiha in Arabic, because I don't pray in Arabic. But that didn't happen. But I mean, this is something in my life that I know I'm going to have to work on and keep striving for and keep building upon. So. The most important thing for me as far as Islam is just behaving as a Muslim and embodying, the Quran pretty much, It looked like our troll ran away. I don't care. They gonna be here. I mean, as long as we're around. What is that saying? Black people are never alone. the truth. We ain't never alone. Because it don't matter what happened. We always got one of them just in the background trying to figure out what we got going on. That's why I don't like to say a lot, like especially on Twitter. Like I'll say something, but I don't say everything I know. I don't even say everything that I think. Because y'all see how many followers I have. I probably out of all those people, I probably only got 1,000 real people. A thousand of those people are real. That's why I don't really take any of that stuff serious. Like somebody said something like, "You only got 100 subscribers on YouTube. You gotta put in some work." I'm happy for that 100 because I know that I have 100 people who actually care about what I have to say. I'm glad you're doing this. They will collapse the dollar. We need to continue to build from within. Absolutely. We got to get with people that know how to do something. I was have y'all seen that movie Triangle of Sadness? Reparations are coming for you. Oh, most definitely. There's no way they're going to be able to get around it. You have to pay your debts. You think I can run away from Chase? All this money I owe Wells Fargo? You think they're going to let me not pay? Please. The debt has to be paid. But the best thing for us, we got to get with people that know how to do something. You can't be around people that don't know how to do nothing. I go hard on them on Twitter. I've had to calm down. I've been in Twitter jail too many times. Yeah, I was banned for like 5 months. People thought that I was taking a break because I usually take Twitter breaks because it just gets too toxic. People thought I was on a break. No, they banned me for 5 months. Okay, so before, let me tell y'all what really happened. So I had did like a 20-minute video while I was banned, talking about me being banned and like what my next steps were going to be or whatever. The very next day, Twitter reinstated my account. So I was like, okay, well, I got to try to figure something else out because like I can't post that video. And every single time, like I was like, I need to try to like go to a different platform because Twitter isn't going to keep me on here for that much longer. You know what I mean? Twitter going to get me up out of here. Yeah, a lot of people don't know I got banned. And I talk about it all the time. They banned me. I was gone for like 5 months. And I think it was because, I think, can you turn it down a little bit? I think they banned me because it was during the gubernatorial election in Georgia. And I was going hard on Stacey Abrams because I feel like she is the biggest plant, the biggest fraud, and they couldn't take it. Every day I was going in on her. And she's done a lot of things behind the scenes that really, really like made me look at her sideways. Like the whole Music Midtown thing, they tried to make it seem like it was Brian Kemp's fault that we didn't have Music Midtown, but it was her fault because she made it a big deal that people could take their firearms in it, but that's illegal. You know what I mean? The bricks is gonna hit that dollar hard and not in a good way. Absolutely. That's why I say you gotta get with people that know how to do something. You gotta get with people that know how to garden. You gotta get with people that know how, have some type of trade under their belt. You gotta get with people that have like strong leadership abilities. Mm-hmm. What'd you say, baby? No more water. Oh. You let your sister pour it all out on the ground. Here. Can you bring me your plate, please? Thank you. But what was I saying? Yeah, we got to get with people that actually know how to do something. Y'all got to start buying seeds. Y'all got when I say I do not have a green thumb, like the fact that I have plants and they've been alive for the past 3 or 4 years is like don't. Let me see your fork. Where's the fork? It's on the floor. Thank you. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. What's that? Thank you. Yeah, here you go. Okay. But the thing about us is that since we're on the bottom, we used to being broke. So I feel like we're going to be the ones that actually know how to handle what's really coming. We just got to get with other people that actually know how to do something. So a lot of people don't know how to do nothing. They are worthless. Most people are worthless. Hi, Demi. Thank you for coming. We've been live for an hour. We can stay on here for another hour too, because I ain't got nothing to do. Yeah, Mimi said yes. No? I thought you said yes. No? No?
Dad. No.
Okay. I don't know. Like I said, we can stay on here for a little bit longer. What y'all want to talk about? Hmm?
No.
Anyways, like I said, we've always been broke. We ain't never had no money. We not the type of people that jump out of windows because we we lost all our money in the stock market. We're not those people. But we are the people that know how to make something. Thank you, Jessica. Yeah, she looks just like me when I'm holding her, but when her daddy holding her, she looked just like him. Yesterday, I was just like so mad because he was holding her and they like their lips just look exactly the same, and I was like, she not really my twin. But what was I saying? I was saying we're not the people that jump out of windows because we lost all of our money. Oh yeah, but we are the people that made something out of nothing. So, and we still be making something out of nothing because I be making something out of nothing every single day. Okay. So, looks like our troll left. That's funny. That's funny. I think we had to hurt the trolls self-esteem when we told him that we don't go in their spaces because we don't care what they got going on. 'Cause we don't. I don't care what they got going on.
No. No. Yeah.
Mimi don't know no words yet. She just know dad and mom.
Mom.
Yeah, that's all she knows.
Mom. Mom.
BRICS won't have a real impact unless another Western nation or an OPEC country joins in, and they won't. I don't know. You know how our money is funny money. It's all built on white people's emotions and how they feel. What's the pin tweet on your Twitter? So me and my friend Jasonia, we went to the Braves game because they took the Braves out of Atlanta and they took them to Cobbs County. So this was like one of the first Braves games. You gonna be going live on the regular now? If y'all want me to, it's all on y'all. It's not about me. Because I can't do nothing without y'all. I can go live and be yelling into a void like I do on Twitter every single day. But if I don't have nobody here listening, what's the point? But yeah, so me and my girl Jasonia, we went to the Braves game. We got so I went to a high school called Southwest DeKalb High School, and very known for our marching band. I was in the marching band. I was a dancer. I was a captain for 2 years in a row. I was a pretty big deal. That's what I'm known for. And I have a friend who's a part of the drum line for the Braves and for the Falcons and for the Hawks. He does the drum line for all the groups or whatever. And so he gave us tickets to go to the Braves game. It's like one of the first Braves game in the new stadium or whatever. And I'm excited because I used to love to go to the Braves games and go eat. Hey. I used to love going to the Braves games to go eat and stuff and drink because I used to be a very big drinker. Really an alcoholic, but I don't drink anymore. I haven't drank in like 6 or 7 years. But because this was a long time ago. Wait, when was this? This was in 2016 or 2017, whatever that was. But anyways, so as soon as we get to the Braves game, I'm drinking. I used to drink Jack straight, like that was my drink. So like I probably had like a double shot of Jack at this point, and we went to go get a burger. We sat in the line to get a burger, and they do the national anthem, and the national anthem was sung by like some old white choir or whatever. Like you can't even hear it in the video. You can't really hear it. But this was like right when Colin Kaepernick he took that kneel. So I'm in, waiting in line for the burger, and I take a knee, and the dude behind me he was very upset about it. But you know how they are. They'll never say nothing to our face. They'll say it behind your back, but they'll never say it to your face. And the rest is history. I mean, I didn't really think it was a big deal at the time because I'm one of those people. I've always been like a ridiculous, outrageous person. I've always had like a huge personality, and I always did whatever I wanted to do. So like that wasn't nothing for me. But Jasonia, she started recording it. But I think the only reason why she probably started recording it because she saw the dude behind me, and because Jasonia been knowing me forever. Like she went to high school with me and everything. So like she knows the person that I am. So that was so funny. It was the funniest part though was our friend Desmond who's on the drum line or whatever. As soon as that all of that was over, he ran up in there and he was like, "What's going on?" It was so funny. But yeah, Mimi is ready to talk, but she just don't. She talks all day. She just don't know any words, but she'll be talking soon because the scene was the same way. Like the scene, he's very loquacious. If we were just talking trash, they could stay in Sling BS because it's real. They can't take it, of course. And I'm not talking trash. I don't do that. I don't talk trash. Mm-mm. Because, like I said, I want to speak life into things. I have to speak the truth. Like, I mean, I'm a person that lived alive for so long. I was not living to be the person that I wanted to be. I was not living to be be comfortable in my body. Now it's like I have to speak the truth. I'm not about to be walking around eggshells for people who don't care about me. You know what I mean? They can say what they want to say, but they know the truth. And the only reason they've been able to like get so far by subjugating us and holding us down is because we don't know who we are. But as long as we know the truth, whatever they say can't hurt us. They control the dollar in the global economic game. Unless the other countries enjoying won't let anything change. You got a point there. I thought you were just minding your business. I am just minding my business. What you talking about? I am. I'm doing what I do every single day. Get beat down by these children. Asim just said the dog is singing Michael Jackson songs. What is he singing? What song is he singing? Asim is the funniest person on earth. The dog in here crying and he's talking about he's singing Michael Jackson songs. Asim is so funny. What? You think that's funny? You think that's funny? You think that's funny? Y'all silly. Your original post of you squatting, I didn't know the story of what happened. I was just minding my business. What do you mean? I was kneeling. I was doing the Colin Kaepernick thing. I was taking a kneel. That's what I was doing. And you see, like I said, we're never alone. We're never alone. If there was a problem, he could have said something to me, but then nobody say nothing to me. When I say people are cowards in real life, especially in Atlanta. And Atlanta is like, Atlanta is segregated. Atlanta has always been segregated. I grew up on the east side. One of white people on the east side. I went to elementary, middle, and high school with one white boy, Micah, and his and the other white boy was his brother, and they lived off Wesley Chapel. They lived off Wesley Chapel. Atlanta always been segregated. I have white neighbors now only because Pittsburgh is being gentrified. That's it. And they want us gone. They want us gone. I know y'all see about, Cop City and the community movement leaders. They're on the street next to mine, and they have like a little garden. Some white folks moved in on that street and was trying to get them to stop gardening. They're trying to shut down their garden. That's Atlanta. I hate this place. It's definitely changed from the time that I left Atlanta. When I went to college of 2006, came back 2010, left to go to Miami. I was in Miami for 3 years. When I came back, completely different, new place. Cop City is crazy and gentrification. But yeah, that whole Cop City thing, like, I don't know if it's gonna happen. I know they're trying to make it happen, but now it's starting to seem like Cop City is gonna ruin Atlanta. I mean, hopefully we're gonna be gone. Like, really, I don't even want to be here now. Like, I want to go back to Miami and spend the whole summer in Miami. And that's what I really want to do. I'm so tired of Atlanta. Like, the politics is just terrible. And what Cop City would do, Cop City would immediately make this like a 15-minute city. Like, it's already impossible for us to like run away from APD because they have cameras on pretty much every street in Pittsburgh. You see that blue light on every street. Like, we are heavily surveilled over here. What's wrong? What's wrong? Come on. Come on. You ate all your grapes? You want some more grapes? I'm sorry, y'all. She just trying to. Why did Lance Bottoms bail out? Because she didn't have any support in the city. She was just a Kasim Reed 2.0. Like, I honestly feel like she was just a placeholder. I voted for her because I felt like maybe I need to give her a chance, but I don't do that no more. I'm not giving nobody no chances. Oh, and she also thought that she kissed enough ass to be able to be on Joe Biden's cabinet. All these black mayors of these mostly black cities, they're all patsies. I don't Ron DeSantis enough to live in Florida. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way. But just like in Georgia, like, just because we have like a fascist governor, or like we have, terrible mayors, like, we can still like be okay in the midst of it all. I'm a native Floridian. I was born in Florida. I grew up in Atlanta only because, we moved here when I was 4, but like, I'm still like I'm a Florida girl, like, to my core. He wasn't going to say a damn thing, all for Biden to offer her enough. Exactly, Viz. She thought that she was going to be like his press secretary or something. Like, she thought that she was going to get that job, and she didn't. Super random, but I was listening to Vacation by Jeezy, and I was like, why would he go to Pittsburgh for vacation? LOL, my homie explains. Yeah, exactly. That's one of my favorite Jeezy songs too. Like, that whole Recession album, that's like one of my favorite Jeezy albums. But yeah, and that's where I live. I live in Pittsburgh. And like, I mean, just to give you like some of the history about Pittsburgh, it was built as a former slave colony, pretty much. Like, In Atlanta, Pittsburgh is like next to the West End, where like Spelman Morehouse and Clark Atlanta is, and these were all like former slave colonies, pretty much. But I think they were built by Jews because even like the streets that I live on, like I live on the cross street of Coleman and Cohen. Like I think they were built by Jews. But the it was like a self-sustaining city pretty much. Like they had their own doctors, lawyers, accountants, cleaners, grocery stores, all of those things they had in Pittsburgh. And it was pretty much being supported by I think it was UPS. It was some corporation that was based in Pittsburgh. And in the 60s, that corporation pulled out. And of course, like all the people that weren't in those professional jobs, that weren't, business people or entrepreneurs, they lost money and people had to move out. And that's when crack came in. And from like the 70s up until like the 2000s, Pittsburgh was just decimated. And there was nothing here. And even now, like, it's still like nothing here. But the people that were able to like hold out, like the people that still like run Pittsburgh, they kept their businesses and their properties and things. Atlanta been ruined. Exactly. Atlanta is done. Atlanta is done. And if Black people don't start moving back to Atlanta, we're already like this was like a 90% Black city, and now it's like maybe 45% Black. So we're losing our stronghold here, and that was the plan. Like if we don't have any money, like we can't compete. There's no way that we can compete. And most of the Black money in Atlanta is funny money anyway. So but Pittsburgh, I saw somewhere somebody said something like they'll tear down a Black neighborhood to put up a plaque. That's literally what they did to Pittsburgh. Like if you go down like McDaniel, which is like the main street of Pittsburgh where all the businesses used to be, there's a plaque that talks about how it was the number one place for row houses, and now all the row houses are torn down. Like there's not one row house that exists in Pittsburgh. Hey, The Recession is a conscious album for real, for being honest. Absolutely. It was a conscious album. Jeezy did his big one with Recession. I really haven't I'm sorry, I'm an Atlanta person, so anybody from Atlanta, I'm gonna listen to their music for the most part. But Recession to me was Jeezy's best album. My dog won't stop whining. He's such a big crybaby. And sometimes when he runs away, I be hoping that he run away for good. You ain't gotta come back. Mm-hmm. TBA did an entire broadcast about Buckhead and how they're trying to be their own closeout. Yeah, they were, and then they realized it wasn't gonna work, so they abandoned that. I just read an article about like maybe a month ago where they were like, "Oh, never mind, we ain't gonna be able to do that because they can't afford it. They really can't afford it. They would have to have their own schools. They have to have their own police. Buckhead is not the city to be able to afford that. Just because they have Lenox Mall and high property taxes, it's going to be too much. They have to be supported by the city. I love you. I love you. Gotta stop by and say hello. Thank you for coming in, Project Leroy. What else y'all want to talk about? I feel like we could do this every day, but we would definitely need to do have a show plan. So do y'all want like more Black centric news? Because I mean, I'm only gonna talk about real stuff. I'm only gonna talk about real stuff. I don't want to have like, this is not gonna be like a gossip channel or nothing like that. I don't care about stuff like that. Even though like I watch reality TV and I keep my ear to the streets, I don't really care to like discuss things unless they meet, unless it leads to a greater conversation about things that we really have to care about. If not, I don't care about that. And I also, since this is a public platform, I don't want to go into detail about certain things. Like we know what's up. Everything cool. Black centric news. Yeah. I also I have another channel that I would actually like to prefer to do more black centric news on. I would just have to post it so y'all can subscribe to that channel, and we can start from there. Actually, like the other channel, my plan was to do like have it be like a network, and all anybody could have their own show on it. Do reaction videos on black centric news. That would be funny. I'd have to figure out how to do. Like I said in the beginning, like I know some of y'all weren't in the beginning, but I'm not a technically savvy person, so I would need help with all of that. Like if I had like a producer and things like that, we could get it cracking. But I just don't. I bought this computer like 2 years ago. I've opened it like a total of 10 times before I started like writing my book. Like I'm just not good at stuff like that. But I will we can dibble and dabble into. Yeah, absolutely. Like it would just like the ratchet stuff would have to like lead to a greater conversation. Like it wouldn't just be like, we saw some ratchet stuff happen. I don't care about stuff like that. We can dibble and dabble into some ratchet things every now and again, but let's not make it yeah, I'm more onto that. And I'm not I wouldn't want the channel to be like Blacklight Revelations or Kid Gravity's channel or anybody else's channel. Like, I mean, the way that they present news is a lot different than I would. But we can I still love those. Those are like some of my favorite YouTube channels. But we can still, we can still talk about some things that matter. Keep cooking them Twitter trolls. I don't even be caring about them folks on Twitter. Like, honestly, they mean nothing. Like, people, my biggest thing is like, if you're coming at me and you don't even have like a real profile, like I'm not responding to anything you have to say because this is my real picture. This is my real name. My name is Nija. Like, I'm not hiding behind a fake profile just so I can troll people and talk crazy to people. Like, I'm not doing that. But I would have to post about the other channel on Twitter because I don't know how to do it from here. But the channel is called Black America the Beautiful. I had locked that down a while ago because this is something I was just thinking about. Like, we could actually have like a real network and people have their own shows and stuff on it, and it can be some like real variety instead of what we already have. Like, I don't think I would be a part of the New Black Media. Like, that's like, I mean, I support the New Black Media, but I'm not I wouldn't say I was a part of it. I'm down to talk about anything. Yep. We can talk about it, but there's some things I just don't care about. We just won't talk about it. But I'm not gonna lie, like I keep up with, all black news, black celebrities, even like ratchet black reality TV shows. Like, I keep up with it all. Give us the Atlanta news and spots to go to for folks visiting the city. I'm gonna tell you straight up, I'm not a travel agent. You want to see some stuff, we could talk about it, but I probably won't talk about it on here. And really, I don't even be out like that. I don't care about Atlanta. Like, I stopped going to like bars and clubs and stuff like that 6 years ago. I'm lucky that I live in an area that has really good food. I only go to black businesses that I can. Like if I'm going to go out to eat, I'll always eat at a black business. No, for 90% of the time, I'm eating at a black business. But I live in Atlanta, and it's easy for me to do things like that. Like, I live right near the West End where we have all the black vegan restaurants. I live right next to East Point where they have all the like nice, like upscale black restaurants, you know. But I wish I could talk more about black businesses that weren't eateries. You know what I mean? I wish I could talk more about like black businesses that, did things that we really needed. Like I do know about like some black like toilet paper companies and um laundry detergent. Like we need more stuff like that. Like once we can stop going to Target for, you know, our, day-to-day necessities, that's when we'll really be able to talk about being more self-sufficient as a people. But also, unfortunately, I don't feel like there's enough of us that actually care about being more self-sufficient. I think when people talk about black businesses, it's just like some fake stuff to talk about because a lot of them don't care. I think more of the black business talk is coming from black immigrants because they want to be able to benefit from that more so than we do. But this is Atlanta. Like we've been the black business capital for decades. But I also see a lot of our black businesses closing that were like mainstays in our community, like Chanterelles. Chanterelles was like this white cloth um, restaurant in the West End, and it was very, very popular. But I went before they closed, and it was just like you could tell like they couldn't get the money to like renovate it and keep bringing it, making it new, and they ended up closing. So that's Atlanta for you. We can't really keep, you know, things. Um, Black people can't really keep things, our businesses open. Like even like if you want to talk about black businesses, like we had all these black nightclubs that were open for like the past couple decades, and they were owned by Ethiopians and Eritreans. So, but we definitely need more Black Americans to get move closer to each other so we can concentrate all of our money. And even if it's not in a place like Atlanta, like I'm honestly, I'm really afraid for Atlanta. Like Atlanta, we might not have Atlanta for that much longer. Yeah, the brunch spots here, and it's so funny. My best friend was telling me about her husband took her to it's this place called Toast on Lennox, and I've never been, but I've always wanted to go because I heard the food was really good. Like my little sister, she likes to go, and she said it was too much like a club. Like the music was too loud, the food was mid, like, and that's pretty much all the places in Atlanta. Like every restaurant doesn't have to be a club. Like I mean, I would like to go to like this is my vision. This is what I like. I like places like Houston's. Houston is like my favorite restaurant. They have nice food. The food is delicious. It's always consistent. Sometimes they have live jazz bands playing. Like that's my judge. That's what I like to get into. We need more places like that. We need grown and sexy type things. Like I'm not trying to hear make that ass clap by my pancakes. I don't care about it. I want to be able to go and have like a nice conversation. I don't have to yell over the music. That's happening everywhere. Same thing in the Dallas area. Black American owned sandwich shop and Black American soul food spot closed their doors fully during the pandemic. Yeah, the pandemic was whoever came up with that. They were smart. They were smart because the only thing that it did was it hurt small businesses. It traumatized a whole generation of people. Now people are going to be too afraid to be around each other. People wearing masks in the car by themselves. They walking around at the park wearing masks. Like it really damaged a whole generation of people. Yeah, I'm all for black. I would love Atlanta to stay black, but it's looking like we're about to lose it. First time I heard of that restaurant was from a song. Chanterelles, yeah. Another Jeezy used to talk about Chanterelles all the time, but Chanterelles was like it was Martin Luther King, one of Martin Luther King's favorite restaurants. It's like a civil rights era, like it was legendary, you know what I mean? But they could not keep it open. And there's so many places like that. Like the pandemic really hit small businesses, and we know what black businesses were probably hurt the worst, you know? This girl looks tiny, but she's heavy. I mean, she's 15 months and she's still wearing 6-month clothes. But she's solid. She's solid like her mama. Her daddy's skinny, but she's solid like her mama. Where's my phone? What else I got to talk about? I got 16% of my battery. Yeah, he did. Well, now he can't get a plate from Chanterelle because they're closed. But one thing I will say, I think another black-owned restaurant opened up in its place. But yeah, Chanterelle is so sad. The last time I went, like you could tell, like the same people that were working there in 1960 were still the same people working there today, and they just you could tell they just couldn't keep up. And that's one thing about us, like we're perpetually brought back into like a place in time. You know what I mean? Like it seems like the media is like running this psyop that wants to keep us in a loop. You know what I mean? Even with like all of the police sanctioned murders, like it just brings you back to the 60s. Like they really want us to stay right there in that time where we were getting beat down and water hose in the streets, and just back. Just keep us right there, right before we started fighting. We were really fighting for our rights. It's something that it's like a sweet spot. Like they wanted to keep us right there. So we're like, we're angry, we're getting killed, and we're fighting for rights. But it's like now it's like we're fighting for rights, but they're not our own. Like we're fighting for like LGBT and immigrant and all this stuff that doesn't really help us. Like it just and we're just going back and we're going back and we're just like repeating things. And it doesn't help us because like we can't even like keep our businesses together. And to be honest, a lot of us don't have the best customer. Yeah, customer service is an issue, and I think that like with us, we expect more from each other. So like you go to a black business and the customer service isn't good, and we just be like, no, we ain't going back. But we don't do that when we get bad customer service from other businesses. It's just us. Like we're really hard on each other, and I mean I get it. I'm that way. I'm hard on like everybody around me because I expect a certain level of like behavior and conduct from people. So it's not just like um, black businesses. I think that we're just a people that are just hard on each other because um, we expect more for nothing. I think we just expect more from our people, you know. And then a lot of people think that they need to like get a discount or something. You know what I mean? Nah. They tell us to forget about the trauma, then they turn around and put it in our faces over and over again. Tell us to forget about it. Yep, it's a cycle. It's just like we're rewinding everything, and even in like our entertainment, like Diddy with the samples and the remixes and stuff like that. Like I think he was like, of course, like hip hop we always sample, but Diddy to me he was like the first person that started like really bringing back like full songs and calling it a sample in these remixes, and it's just like now we have like House Party being remade and like all this stuff. Like we want new content. Like why are y'all just giving us old stuff? We don't care about that. We want to see some new movies. And then another thing, like I don't have to see so much like um conscious content in entertainment. Like on Bel Air, like I love Bel Air. I think it's a wonderful show. But every time Ashley is on the screen, she's talking about something, you know, some agenda item. It's like they're trying to tick off these agenda items. Like we got to talk about this, we got to talk about that. You know what I mean? No, we don't. We ain't got to talk about that on Bel Air unless y'all talking about reparations. I don't care, and they're not going to. And if it's just like with I'm gonna tell y'all this: Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade. I feel like they want to be in the news for standing up for rights, but instead of doing rights, in talking about things for Black people, they put Zaya in the front and they say like, we're trying to do this for our daughter. We're doing this. You know what I mean? But why not just speak up for the rights of Black people? Tell us to forget that. Okay, you think that Empire record label is taking out life insurance policies on rappers? Yup. We need to give more to get more. Yeah, and like honestly, I feel like Black folks will put some nonsense on a T-shirt and tell you that it's their clothing line, and then tell you that you can get it paid $60 for their T-shirt. Why would I do that? Or Black folks will buy a box full of stuff from China, and put a ridiculous price point on it and tell us that we need to support a Black business. For what? I'm not spending $60 on something that you bought from China for $5 just because it's a Black business. We have to create Black businesses that are necessary. You know what I mean? Not junk. Yes, Puffy in the mid late '90s was sampling. He was sampling everything, and it's like I feel like he was the one that kept bringing us back in time. Let's go back in time. Let's go back to another place. Let's escape. We don't need to be escaping. We need to deal with what's going on in the present. We have so much. We really have so much going on right now. We need to get out of the past. Talk about what's going on right now. I don't always agree with Donald Glover's views, but that episode of Atlanta on it was. I think about that episode all the time. And the reason why I think about it is because it was so satirical that it really made you think about like who was really benefiting from slavery. You know what I mean? And one of the things that I think about all the time is like how in on the episode of Atlanta, how like people that were like, newly immigrants or immigrants that came after slavery, they weren't held culpable for any of it. You know what I mean? Even though that they were, benefiting. They benefit. You came here for a reason. And now, your grandfather may have came here as Irish, but now you're white. And now you're saying that you don't benefit from it. So you're not being held accountable for slavery at all. I think about that all the time. Like it was very genius. And another part of the episode that was really genius was like it was holding it. Like I said, this is very satirical, but it was holding people whose family owned slaves responsible for slavery today. And in my opinion, I don't think like individuals, should be held responsible for. I feel like that was the very, very satirical part of it. You know what I mean? And but any corporation that's still alive today, or they're all responsible for what happened because they all still have the money. They're still making the money, and they're still holding us as we're literally prisoners of war because of all of this today. And it's so funny to me how people aren't seeing it that way. I don't trust G. Me neither. I've never liked her. Never. Yes, it's forced all the time. Diddy's son is cosplay. Diddy's son is cosplaying his pops. I'm telling you, it's just it's a cycle. It just keeps going back and back and back. Like even on the Wu Tang show, I love the Wu Tang show. It's good. It's not real, but it's good. He's playing his dad on the Wu Tang show. He's remaking all of his dad's old music. They're trying to keep us in a loop. They're not pushing us forward. The celebrity class doesn't push us forward at all. Entertainment is not pushing us forward. Yet they still do that today, yet they still benefit from the money and business. There's nothing else to be said. This country still benefits, other countries still benefit. Um, Even countries in Africa, there's people, they're still benefiting from it all. There's still slavery today. People don't think it's wrong. So that's my thing about it. I mean, you obviously don't think it's wrong because it still happens today. And then they just rename slavery. I mean, with they're trying to replace a working class of people with artificial intelligence right now. That's why I say you gotta get with some people that know how to do something. Gotta get with some people that know how to work with their hands. Because we don't know what's happening in the future. But what we do know is that some people are going to be highly disadvantaged and some people are going to be okay. Oh, what I brought up before though, have y'all seen that movie Triangle of Sadness? It's like there's, this yacht trip and it's like all these rich people on the yacht or whatever. And the yacht crashes and the people that survive, they have to try to like survive on a deserted island. You know what I mean? And so the hierarchy that existed on the boat is different because the people that were in charge on the boat, the people that had money on the boat, they don't know how to do anything. So like the person who was like the deck manager or whatever, the boat manager or whatever, she's still trying to manage things, but she don't know how to catch her own food. She don't know how to build a shelter or anything like that. And she's trying to like micromanage the person that does know how to do it. But then that person ends up being the leader because you can't tell the person that knows how to fish or who knows how to fend for themselves that they have to now listen to you, a person that can't. So I think that we're going into a time where that's just going to be how it is. That's why I say you got to get with people that have leadership skills, like Sasha King on Twitter. Like get with her because she has materials. She's been compiling materials to help people survive if there's ever some type of catastrophe where we have to try to rebuild society from the ground up. And I feel like to we're moving into a place where that is like a greater possibility. And even if it doesn't happen, like as long as we're always preparing for something like that to happen, because Black people, we've been under the thumb of white supremacy so long. Most of us think that white zaddy is going to end up saving us, and that's never going to happen. We still have to prepare to be able to save ourselves if we're ever in that situation. Now they're trying to erase the history of slavery, and of course, that's what they've been doing. They erased our history. People that came. We all know that there were Black people living in the Americas when Christopher Columbus came over here. There were Black people on every continent in the world. You know what I mean? But they try to tell us that the Indians were red or yellow. You know what I mean? Like now, like the light skinned Indians, they're the same Aborigines that existed back then. There are Black people all over this world. So we're supposed to believe that all of us came over here from Africa. That's not true. Some of us descend from people from Africa. Some of us descend from, people that were already here. I descend from both. So it's like they erased all of our history. They erased our languages, our customs, and we created new ones. But that's how they work. That's how white supremacy is able to thrive all of these years, because you have to take people away from who they really are in order for them to follow you. Exactly, and that goes on today in companies, facts, and bell hooks was part of that deception. Bell, I mean, y'all already know how I feel about feminism. It's black women have no part in it. And anybody that's listening to whatever bell hooks got to say got their brains in a blender anyway. So I think in Asia they already have AI news reporters. Yeah, and me, like, I've always been a person who was searching for realness. You know what I mean? Like, even growing up, I felt like I had to like be in like a bubble. I had to be like this cookie cutter person, and I always had to follow the rules. I had to do things this way in order for me to be accepted or to be liked. You know what I mean? And so as I got older, I was searching for realness. Like, I was searching for what's real, what feels right, what's truth. And I was always like, even now, like, I have to feel it in my body. Like, I have to feel the realness in my body, or it does not, it doesn't feel good. You know what I mean? Like, like, my intuition is always on point. And so when I see things that look a little fake, I my my spirit don't vibe with it. So like, even I saw something on Twitter and it was like an AI movie. You know what I mean? It was supposed to be like some Gilded Age era type movie. And I was like, this look weird. Like, I can't I can't get with it. You know what I mean? Like, I have to see real people. I have to hear real instruments. I have to hear real voices from my spirit to be aligned with it. And that's what all of this AI stuff does. It doesn't resonate with your spirit, and it's taking you away from the person who you really are. I'm not with nothing that's like inhumane. And to me, like, AI is completely inhumane. Anything that's taken us away from like what the creator gave to us is it's evil, it's devilish. I'm not with it. I'm not with the fake food, not with the GMO, I'm not with the fake meat. You know what I mean? Like, when the pandemic happened, um, I made my entire family go vegan because I was like, we're going to try to stay, as healthy as possible. And I was like, as long as we, you know, stay plant based, we'll be fine. And we started trying like the fake meats and stuff, and I didn't like it. And even now, like, we're not vegan anymore. We try to eat like a lot more vegetables, and we try to eat the rainbow. But I still eat meat. I eat chicken, I eat fish, I eat beef. I don't eat pork, obviously. I'm Muslim, but even if I wasn't Muslim, I wouldn't eat pork because pork is not what the Creator gave to us to eat. The Creator gave to us to eat certain foods, and pork is unclean. We shouldn't eat that. But we also know that they try to sneak pork and everything. The fake meats are dangerous. They stink too. Have you smelt it? It stinks. It smells musty. Mm-mm. I'm not eating that. Maybe it's hurting my back. Ugh. I've eaten at Slutty Vegan a few times. My husband, he'll still eat it, and I'm like, you don't eat it often. He'll probably eat it like once every few months when he wants a burger because he don't eat meat. He doesn't eat beef, but it just it don't give me the real thing. But we do know that eating meat is good for you. You just have to eat it, that's raised properly and that it was, killed the proper way. You know what I mean? You have to eat halal meats. You can't just eat a burger from Burger King. Like, I mean, I can't even tell you how much of that is even real beef. Like, you're eating meat from those fast food restaurants. It might not actually be meat. Like, Taco Bell used to be my favorite restaurant. Like, from a kid up until like maybe the age of 24, I was eating at Taco Bell all the time. And then I read an article that said like most of their meat isn't real meat. It's like fillers and things like that. I stopped eating that. Cauliflower and broccoli does the trick. Yep, that is true. Yeah, anything man-made is devilish. Like I don't understand why people are not seeing it. Like I don't know. I watch. Do y'all watch Days of Noah on YouTube? I watch him sometimes. It's a lot of fear mongering to me sometimes, so I can't watch him all the time. But I watch him sometimes, and I think the last time I watched him, he was showing how it was like some YouTube channel.
Shut up, dude.
It was some YouTube channel, and they were like trying to get little kids to eat cookies with like bugs in them. And I feel like that's where they're trying to take us to, like, you're going to eat bugs and be happy with it. You're not going to own anything. You're going to be happy with it. And, you know, all the jobs that you had before, robots are going to do them. And, you know, you're going to be perpetually sick. And you'll be happy with your life that way. I mean, I won't be happy with my life that way. And I'm not going to lay down and allow it to happen. I think I'm gonna continue going live on my channel though, so we can do this tomorrow. Y'all put in the chat like what time, cause we can still do it at noon, or we could do it at 1 Eastern, 12 Central. That actually works for me. I didn't even see all of these. Okay, no. Was it BK or McDonald's not too long ago that said it? Yeah, McDonald's just came out and said that they were going to start using a better quality. And I found that very interesting. I work from home anyway, so I'm down. Yeah, we can do it 1 Eastern, 12 Central. Let me figure out how I can go live from my phone. Yeah, I really hate being in Atlanta. Like, this is terrible. And even living in Atlanta, like, I feel like the air quality is terrible. Like, you see a scene went outside, he came inside, it came back inside sneezing and stuff, coughing. Like, I really feel like they're going to try to kill everybody in this city. And Cop City is just like the precursor to it all. They're trying to get ready and watch them start bringing in the army from Israel to start training people here. That's just what I see in the future. BK gets their meat from Ireland. I don't know if that's good or bad. Well, you know, in Europe, like they have better. In Europe, they have better guidelines to what they can sell as food. This world will be iRobot with a mix of Resident Evil. Absolutely, absolutely. I definitely see that. Yes, baby. Hmm?
I'm so tired.
You're so tired? Then take a nap.
Wait, I want to turn the TV on.
Hold on. See, talking about he's tired. Oh, ah, ah. Open up. Ah. Noon is good. And Terminator as well. I Robot Terminator. The machines will turn on us eventually. Yeah. And what are we gonna do? Like take the batteries out? Oh, I don't know, y'all. But this will conclude today's broadcast because
He did. He's showing you.
what?
Showing you. Turn the TV on.
Yeah, Steve wants to watch TV now, so he's telling me I need to turn the TV on. So um thank y'all for coming today. I appreciate it. We can meet back here tomorrow at 1 p.m. Who's calling? Oh, my mom's calling. All right. Bye.
This is my grandma.
Yes, your grandma. It's your grandma.